A lot of times it happens when somebody's becoming more religious that they'll focus too much on ben adam lamakom and they'll forget ben adam l'chavero. How does one maintain that proper balance between the two? And just because you want to be a tzaddik, not step on your friend's toes. How do you maintain that balance?
How do you do it?
How do you have that proper?
You got to do it.
I'll give Rabbi an example. If you want to give somebody a ride, but they say, no, I want to go daven first. Like, I'm giving you a ride. Don't, just some example. Like, when there's a conflict, how do you?
Everything has its, everything has a balance, even when it comes to, the question this gentleman is asking is we have laws in the Torah between man and God, between man, and the people becoming religious have to keep both. How do they keep the one that should not overweigh the other part of the Torah between man and man? And I say, like I told many people, they say, look at all these religious people, well, all of them, not all of them, some of them, that are not honest. They keep Shabbos, they keep kosher, but they're not honest in the business. They end up in the paper doing, because I always don't believe the papers, whatever, but there are people who are not honest. I tell them they're religious in one way, but not religious in the other way. When the religious people don't keep careful about monetary laws, so they're not religious. Religious in keeping Shabbos, but not religious in keeping monetary laws. They have to be just as careful not to take money that doesn't belong to them, and be honest in every way. They have to keep the laws of the Torah, whether it's between man and God and man. This is being religious. It's all part of the Torah. So you can't say that this is okay, that's not okay. That's wrong. If they're not keeping the laws between man and not doing the right kind of chesed, kindness to people, whatever it is, they're not keeping the law of chesed. So it's not religious people not religious in that respect. So they're wrong. Some people keep laws between man, not being man and God. It's wrong. You have to keep both. So a person has to study and know when it comes to a question of seems to be a contradiction. Should I do this? Should I do that? Which one should I be more important? You have to study yourself or ask a scholarly person who knows ask them, what should I do? You say he's on the way to shul and somebody stops him and he wants him to give him a ride. If he gives him a ride, he won't be able to go to shul on time. So that's a good question. So it takes, you have to know what the person, how important it is for him to chesed. Maybe take him a few extra minutes to walk there, so let him walk. If a person in emergency has to go to a doctor, so naturally better to give him a ride. And there's not one answer to this. And naturally, if you wanted to come to do a favor for somebody, and that's going to cause you not to do a mitzvah, so it depends how important that favor for the person is and how important the mitzvah is. Can you do it afterwards? Maybe you don't have to do it right away. It takes a lot of balancing, a lot of thought, and delving into what to do. But it's like any two mitzvahs between God and God. It's the same mitzvah between God and man and God. It's the same thing. If you have two mitzvahs in front of you, you have to figure out which one should I do. And each one has its own way of going about it. A meis mitzvah it pushes away all mitzvahs. Different types of mitzvahs have different degrees of how important they are. So it takes, it's not simple sometimes to figure out which one is which.
Okay, that question was a $55 question. He took a cab all the way to come here. Where did you come from? From Brooklyn.
Who can I call?